योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्ताम् सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। So renounce all the activities mentally. We saw the meaning of mentally. Recognize that all actions are directed towards the Lord. Recognize we are not serving anybody else except the Lord through our day to day activities, be it in the form of wife, husband, children, neighbors, plants, animals, the whole life that is dancing around us constantly in the form of individuals, communities, societies, and various beings, appropriately serving them, providing them what they need as part of our life yajna, life service, without complaining, without any stress and strain bringing in the mind, and total surrender to Him that He alone is functioning through all of us. So He alone is expressing in all beings, as all beings, both the sentient and insentient. With this attitude, completely surrender unto me, taking refuge in Buddhi Yogam, then Machitta Satatam Bhava. Keep always your mind fixed in me. Me is an essence. As an essence, the purpose of life is always to be remembered. Purpose is evolution. The purpose is to recognize who we really are, our essential nature. Having said this much, what will happen if I remember you constantly? Sarva Durgani Mat Prasadat Tarishyasi. If you keep your mind in me, if you keep me as your goal, remembering me, if you're working in the world, you shall overcome all obstacles of life, hurdles, difficulties. You overcome. Certain times, certain difficulties are solved easily. At times, Lord will help us in rising above them and staying not affected by the problems. Either way, the Lord helps us in transcending the troubles of life. If you say, out of ego, you don't listen to me, the Saroshyasi, my advice, you shall perish. Vinakshasi. Continuing, Bhagavan says, Yadahankaramashritya Nayotsya iti manyase Mithyaisha vyavasayaste Prakritistvam niyokshiyati Yadahankaramashritya Nayotsya iti manyase Mithyaisha vyavasayaste Prakritistvam niyokshiyati. यदि यद अहंकारमाश्रित्य egoistically we deny our responsibilities, We think we can avoid certain responsibilities, the field in which we are born. If a money minded person gives up his field of activity and felt that he is inspired to become a monk, giving up everything, he thought he wanted to run away from the field and he went to Himalayas and took sannyas. And there he goes. But the vasanas are so powerful, money minded, name changed, trust changed, but I engage in some kind of business, some kind of activities related to mine. I may become an accountant in an ashram or a cashier in an ashram or open an ashram and start programs to get money, earn money. So the money mindedness will not go. So wherever he goes, the field he finds around him, it is always related to money because money is the primary occupation for that person, not the vidya, not the studies. So egoistically, if one gives up his own responsibilities, stating that, oh, no problem, I can do this, I can come out of that. So Krishna is giving an experience with reference to Arjuna. Earlier, he said, if you don't take, if you take refuge in ego, you shall perish. Example, in the sense, he is giving direct example to you with respect to Arjuna. Earlier, it was a statement, general statement. Now he is giving an example. Yet ahankaram ashritya nayotsye iti, I will not fight. Lamna karishyami iti manyase, chintayase. If you think like that, stating that I will not fight, Bhagavan says, Mithya vyavasayaste. Your resolve is only an illusion, in vain. You are in illusion thinking that you can go become a sadhu in Himalayas, giving up your own field of work. Mithya the self-conceit, because you given an extreme importance, self-importance, and you are cheating yourself. Bhagavan says, Prakriti tvam niyokshasi, the nature of yours. Gurudev is an example. If you eat too much of salt, nature will compel you to take drinking more water because salt consumption terribly feels thirsty, as Gurudev says. One feels terrible thirst. If I eat too much of food which is not good for stomach, then I want to control the effects of the stomach. It's not possible. Nature forces me to go through certain side effects of bad food, maybe vomiting if it is a food poison, or loose motions, stomach pain. While control myself, it's just not possible. The prakriti, the system will revolt. So, chintayasi nischayam karoshi. You come to a conclusion that no, I will not fight this war. Mithya eva vasayo nischaya te tava. Because prakritihi kshatra swabhavaha tvam niyokshati. Kshatra swabhava is there in you. Just a money-minded man goes to an ashram, but that money-mindedness will not leave him. He may start a business, Ayurveda, herbs, certain medicines he makes, or certain things. He starts a business there. The Prakriti will not leave. So temporarily, Arjuna wanted to make that escape, the escapism that Arjuna planned is not possible. You can escape right from situation, but then wherever you go, again you will just want to find a field wherein your kshatra swabhavaha, kshatriya nature, rajoguna will find itself to express somehow, some field, a golden opportunity to exhaust the vasanas are left behind. Again, I have to wait for some other conducive field to exhaust my vasanas. The vasana prakriti won't leave me. This is my experience, it is your experience, everybody's experience. Our own habits, good or bad. It pushes me to do what my vasanas are saying. So even you resolve that I will not fight, it is not possible. Nature will push you to do it. The flood of vasanas comes out as certain conclusions in the intellect. The buddhi directs the mind and agitates the mind, and agitated mind expresses out through sense organs and through the body in the world action, in the world outside through action. Therefore, Krishna is warning Arjuna. You cannot keep quiet. ये हिंदी में है ना, गए हरि भजन को ओठन लगा के पास, हरि कथा सुनने गए, बट ओठन में कॉटन तो लगाया, बत्ती बनाने की आदत है एक माँ को, कॉटन बत्ती वो बनाती रहती, बट शी कांट कीप क्वाइट, रिक्वायर्ड और नॉट शी मस्ट मेक. तो सत्संग में गई है उसको लेकर के, तो बना रहे, बत्ती बना रही है पूजा के लिए. गए हरिभजन को ओटन लगा के पास. So this should be observed. So none of us, you, me, or anybody, cannot escape the field of our action. Swabhava will make us perform. Suppose if I have a cooking vasanas and I'm a cook, and I'm a cook, I really want to get out of this field. Cooking is not good. These people are not good. The situation is not good. Environment is not good. The conditions are not good. I'm fed up, and then no, but it's your field. You have to work out. Exhausted vasanas. No, 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 no. I'll go and take up sannyas, and I don't want. You go somewhere, then you become a cook there. Because whenever somebody cooked food, you analyze the food, you advise that this is not to be cooked like this. This is my experience I'm talking. Why don't you use my experience? Oh, are you a cook? Of course, sir, I'm a cook. Then, why don't you make that vegetable Why don't you make that dal? Why don't you make that chutney? Yes, sir, I'm ready. I like it. I love it. There also, he becomes a cook. So all of us are constantly searching the Prakriti. Because of our Prakriti, we are searching a field wherein my own vasanas can be exhausted, expressed and exhausted. Continuing, Bhagavan says in 60th verse, 60, स्वभावजेन कौन्तेय निबद्धस्वेन कर्मणा कर्तुं नेच्छसि यन्मोहात् करिष्यस्य वशोऽपि तत् स्वभावजेन कौन्तेय निबद्धस्वेन कर्मणा कर्तुं नेच्छसि यन्मोहात् करिष्यस्य वशोऽपि तत्. Bhagavan is telling because why that I cannot what do you call do what I want to do in my life. Why I can't do what I can do in my life. After all, my life, my wish, my desire, I am free. I can do whatever I want. Think. So what I cannot, why I can't do what I can do? Bhagavan Krishna says, we are, because you cannot do what you wanted to do, you are not free. We are all under the dictates of our own prakriti. Swabhavaja. Ja means born out of our own nature. Say Svena Swabhavajena, Svena Swabhavajena Karmana Nivattaha. Swabhavajena Shauryadina Yathoktena. In the case of Arjuna, what is Swabhava? Shaurya, Parakrama, valor, Kshatriya valor, or business valor, singing, whatever our vasanas are, teaching, suppose. The Prakriti forces you to talk. If I'm bound by it, somebody is born as a teacher, then the field keeps on arising around that person. Field is created for him to exhaust his vasanas. If somebody doesn't want to go that away from the field, no, because we are bound by nature. Nibaddha, bound by one's own action. Why we are bound by our own karma, actions here. Svena karmana. We are bound by our own karma. Swabhavajena. That which is born out of nature. Swabhava will not, because we are bound by our own karma, which is born out of Swabhavajena, Svena Swabhavajena Karmana. That karmana, we are bound by karma, that which is born out of our own nature. Swabhava. Baddha means, Nibaddha means Nishchayena Baddha. Firmly, without any doubt, conformingly, Nishchayena Baddha Svena Atmiyena Karmana. We are bound. Yeah, the habits die hard. In English, we say habits die hard. It said in habit, if you remove H, a bit remains. If you remove A, bit remains. If you remain B, it remains. It remains. It still remains. Somebody said, if you remove I also, T will remain. At least chai pine ki adat. Something else is always left. That's called habit. And habits create destiny. Character becomes destiny. Habit becomes character becomes destiny. So Svena Swabhavajena Karmana, hey my dear Kunti son, you are bound. You are not free. We are all not free. We are all bound by karma. Therefore, kartum na ichasi yat mohat. If you don't want to do karma, you don't want to act mohad out of delusion, illusion or delusion. Mohad, if you don't want to decide that I will not work, avivekitaha, unintelligently, murkhata, stupidity. When what happens again? Avashahapi karishyasi tat. And avashahapi paravasha eva tat karma. It is, you are not independent, you are dependent on those. Avasha, helpless. You become helpless. There is no other way. The Prakriti forces us, bends us, molds us. इनमें कहते गर्दन झुका के काम करा. So all the vasanas are actually shackles around our personality. They're chains. We're bound by chains. And what is Arjuna? Kshatra Shakti means Rajoguna. Action, action, action. Let's say Arjuna asked a question, no? What is that propelled by which a man commits sin? अथ केन प्रयुक्तः अयं पुरुषः पापं चरति? किमि अनिच्छन् अपि वार्ष्णेय. He doesn't want to do. He asked the question there. Anichan napi. I don't want to do any commit sin, any activity for that matter. Baladiva niyojasi. Same thing. By force, I am forced to do certain activities, certain committing sins. All actions that are born out of kama. Bhagavan Krishna says kama, krodha plus rajog. Yesha. Kama yesha, krodha yesha. Rajogana samudbhavaha. Add kama and krodha. This is kama, this is krodha. When it's same, kama, krodha are two sides of the same coin. Kama and krodha, he never said two. Yesha kamaha, yesha krodha. Meaning, kama eva krodha, krodha eva kamaha. They are both two sides of same coin. When desire is there unfulfilled, krodha. When anger is there, from anger, new desires are born. उस समय और कोई संकल्प ले लेते हैं. So these two, kama, krodha, rajoguna samudbhava, these two binding, they are sinful. They make us commit sins. Similarly, our vasanas, prakriti, make us commit to do activities, good or bad. So in this, your resolve that I will not fight is my decision. Bhagavan Krishna says, moha, yan mohat na ichasi kartum. मोह में पढ़कर मैं ये कर्म नहीं करूंगा, ऐसे कभी ऐसा सोचोगे तो प्रकृति, आपकी जो प्रकृति है अंदर, वो प्रकृति कभी छोड़ती नहीं है, बलपूर्वक आपसे काम करवाती है. Exhaust them. Then you can become contemplatives. peaceful, calm, quiet, serene. Arjuna's calculations and understandings and conclusions are based on all on false data, false understanding. That means what? None of us have no real control over mind because of the gush of vasanas. Because of the gush of vasanas, we have no control over anything in our life. Because this the vasanas design, vasanas force. Therefore, better to that's why Swadharme Nadhanam Vishraya. Be where you are placed. Bhagavan said, no, don't leave your field. That's it. It is for your good. Even the karma is bad. Sadosham api. We saw that. Even the your karma is filled with faults, doesn't matter, exhaust it without any hankering for the fruits. Just exhaust them. Observe them. Exhaust them. Very beautifully Bhagavan says. So, my dear, this is the fact. Hey Bharata, hey my dear Arjuna. No question is, Gurudev says, I just read the paragraph. In the previous two or three stanzas, we are told by Krishna, remember me constantly. What does this mean? What does this mean? How should we remember? Does it mean meditating upon the Lord? What should be our relationship with Him? Are we to remember Him as an historical event or remember Him as intimately connected with us as a presence expressing itself at all times in and through us? So, what is my relationship with the Lord? Because Manusmara Yudhyacha, Bhagavan Krishna said earlier. Remember me and fight. Fight means for Arjuna, fight. For us, fight in the battle of life. Fight in the battle of life. So Bhagavan Krishna says, Ishvara sarvabhutanam hriddesherjuna tishtati brahmayan sarvabhutani yantrarudhani mayaya Ishvara sarvabhutanam हृद्देशेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया. No, Bhagavan Krishna says, Ishvaraha. Who Ishvaraha? The Lord. Under whom the whole Jagat creation is existing. Born from him. Yasmin sarvani bhutani jayante. So yasmin sarvam tishtanti. Yasmat sarvani bhutani jayante. Yasmin tishtanti. Yasminneva layam yati. Tasminneva layam yati. In him alone everything. From him alone everything comes. In him alone exists. In him alone. See, the whole universe is run. by Ishvara. He is the lawgiver, and he alone has appointed devatas as law administrators, and all of them are under him. So, fear, what do you call, fearing the Lord, Ishvara, all these the mighty devatas engage in in their actions, appointed actions, ordained duties they perform. He is called Ishvara, lordship, control, command. Ishana Shilaha. Ishana, one who commands everybody, controls, commands, orders, instructs. Narayana. Sarabhutanam, Saraprananam Ruddeshe, Hridaya Deshe, Arjuna is existing in all hearts of all beings. The mosquito, the fly, the tiger, the lion, the snake. In the core, the essence, the heart of all beings, in all the hearts, he exists. Hrideshe, in the heart. Tishtati, he stays there. His presence is there, always, continuous presence. Bhoktaram Yajnatapasam Sarvalokamaheshwaram Suhrudam. I am the friend of all beings. Where? Sitting in the heart. Sarvabhutana Jnatva Mam Shanti Mruchati. Having known me, you shall attain peace. That peace which we are not experienced yet. Our peace is absence of disturbance, opposite of disturbance. The peace in the heart, when we realize that peace that transcends all understanding. Peace that passeth all understanding. Bible. That peace. Relieved from all encumbrances, entanglements, compulsions, pain, sorrow. That is the Lord seated in one's own heart. Here Bhagavan Shankaracharya so beautifully says, Arjuna means Shukla Antaratma Swabhavaha. Arjuna. Rujutva. Ruju means straightforward, clear. No confusions. No twists and turns in the personality. No manipulations. Clear, clear, clear. So Shukla means very safed, very pure, white, swachha, clean. Swachha, Shukla Antaratma Swabhava. Vishuddhantah Karanaha iti. Arjuna means Vishuddha Antah Karanaha. That's why he got that darshana, Vishwarupa darshana. That's why he could, he was blessed with divine message directly from Bhagavan Sri Krishna. That's why he could interact directly one to one with the Lord. Samvad, dialogue. And Bhagavan Krishna gave full attention to Arjuna. How lucky he was. Intimate relationship. The Lord and Arjuna. Intimate. So therefore, here Ahascha Krishnam Ahararjunancha in Rigveda Samhita it comes. Meaning, I am Krishnam Ahararjunamcha. There it means what? I am both the darkness and light. I am that both I am actually one. According to this, Arjuna Shabda means what here? Indicates clarity, purity, like spatika, like crystal, spotless, spotless mind and intellect inside. Very, very transparent. clear, wonderful state it is. So is Arjuna. He Arjuna, Ishvaraha, Lord is seated in all hearts of all beings, in the hearts of all beings. And what does he do? He's supporting. Supporting what? Supporting the entire the system. Heart is a pure mind, pure intellect indicator. Core, not the physical heart. We must study Hridaya Vidya by Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. Hridaya Vidya. The spring. What is Hridayam? See, for the Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi says, I, Hamvritti, is the source or origin of all the thoughts. All the thoughts, thousands and lakhs of thoughts or crores of thoughts that are erupting, rising, bubbling out in my own mind, the origin of all the varieties of thoughts is aham vritti, I thought, I thought. Because I thought is associated with every thought. I is there, I thought is behind. I, aham vritti. So aham vritti is source of all thoughts. And what is the heart? Heart is a source of aham vritti. From aham means ahankara, from the heart, aham vritti is born. That is the heart. The spring, spurana, shuddha aham. The duplicate aham, ahankara is constantly making noise in us. Shuddha aham spurana. Spurati hrut swayam. So because of the core of that heart only, everything is functioning. Therefore Krishna says, Brahmayan. Brahmayan, Brahmanam Karayan, Sarvabhutana Yantra, like all the Katputli, just say, Katputli. The play, like mounted upon a machine. Prakriti constantly doing it and is constantly supporting. Ramayan means according to our own tendencies in life, our own vasanas, our own expressions, our own limitations. The Lord is constantly supplying all this and making us go through all our experiences. We desired them. Puppet show, like puppets. All the dolls are very beautiful now. The puppet show, Katputli, that they are the three or four talking, walking, talking, everything is happening. All controlled by one only. But he is the one who is mounted. The Ishvara has mounted all of us on our own Prakritis. And then because of the Prakriti identified, we are constantly rolling. Sorry. Identified with Prakriti, we feel we are also subjected to all kinds of changes. Like for example, I am in the train is moving, but I am not moving. I am in the flight is moving, I am not moving. So, though I am stationed, but because of the dynamism, constant movement of this entire mind, intellect, and sense organ, the body, the life after life, vasanas are coming out and being dissolved, new vasanas are created. Ex- Because of that, Swabhava, whatever is there, Paramatma is supporting. So that according to Swabhava, all the dynamism activities are going on. Like current, without power supply, no instrument can work. When power touches the grinder, it grinds. Power touches the mixie, it also grinds. Power touches the fan, it moves. Power touches the light, it glows. Power touches the electrical engine moves. So Brahmayan, mounted upon a great huge mission, the Ishvara is revolves. He is making everything to revolve as if Iva Bhutani Yantra Arudhani Mayaya, as if he has mounted all the beings on a mission. Yantrani Arudhani Adhishtitani Iva iti Upashaptaha. अत्र द्रष्टव्यः यथा दारुकृतपुरुषादीनि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया तद्बना भ्रामयन् तिष्ठति. Same thing example. Mounted upon a mission, something is revolving. Similarly, we are all mounted upon Prakritis. And whole this is beautiful, no? The Swabhava only expressing every movement. The plant grows at Swabhava. Animals behave according to their Swabhava. So, for example, sunrise to sunset we take. Somewhere we have to begin. Morning sunrises. How do people behave, act, what about their Swabhavas? They express all. The milkman goes to supply the milk. Newspaper boy goes with newspaper to supply. Housewife gets up to do household work. Children get up to go to school. You just observe beautiful, no? Just see the whole world, varieties of beings, the birds, the animals. One sun rises and he mounts all beings upon their own Subhava and works and Gumata. He does everything. So what? I am the supply behind all your Subhava. Subhavas are bursting forth into expression, actions. We saw in 17th chapter. The whole, you are nothing but your own Prakriti, your own Vasanas. All of us are nothing but Vasanas in expression. See, the total cause of all actions, the cause, the total cause of all electrical equipment that are functioning throughout the world, the total cause is electricity. But electricity mounts everyone, makes every instrument to work according to their own swabhava. But here beauty is Ishvara is residing in the hearts of all beings and doing this work. He's not outside, he's inside. Ramayan Sarabhutani Yantrarudhani Maya. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna says, Tameva Sharanam Gaccha Sarvabhavena Bharata Tat Prasadat Param Shantim Sthanam Prapyasi Shashvatam. Tameva Sharanam Gaccha Sarvabhavena Bharata तत्प्रसादात पराम शांतिम तानम प्राप्स्यसि शाश्वतम. That is it. Therefore, tam Ishwaram eva sharanam gaccha. Go and take refuge. Where? Take refuge in Ishvara. Surrender. That's what he says next one again, coming up. Sarvabhavena. Bhagavan Shankara says, Tam eva Ishwaram charanam ashrayam samsarartiharanartham. To uh, put an end to all our problems of transmigration or change that has been slapping us continuously. Slapped, challaned by change, we are being roasted in the world outside. Like a police challan. I'm a helpless victim. The moment I get up, I just go around according to my vasanas. So whom should I take refuge in? Bhagavan says, if you want to be liberated from all problems of life, from all kinds of change that has been hampering us, I mean, that has been causing a great pain in us because change something positive, we're tired. How long can you sit on a giant wheel? One round may be joyful. Continuously, non-stop on sitting on a giant wheel in an exhibition where they put a huge giant wheel or any such kind of things which are available or train which goes in continuously different way, tied up and then goes up and down. You shout, 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 all. Nobody can just quietly enjoy the ride. Hold on. Or even children sit on the horses, the wooden horse, it's hanging on. Slowly that moves. So, 10, 15 horses are there, they sit on the one round, it's okay, two round. So long. Hold on. Like we are all mounted upon the giant wheel and constantly being, are you not tired of it? Exhausted, fatigue, fear, insecurity, madness, stupidity, suffering. So coming into the Prakriti, identifying with the Prakriti itself is a great pain. How to redeem ourselves from all this madness of highest degree. It says, Tam Ishwaram eva Sharanam Vacha. Hey Bharata. Tam eva Ishwaram Sharanam Ashrayam Samsaratiharam. To redeem ourselves from all pains of samsara, Gacha, go and take Ashraya Sarvabhavena. Sarvabhana Sarvatmana He Bharata. Sarvabhavena. Sarvabhavena Kaya, Vacha, Manasa. Complete with all your being. Surrender unto Him. My intellect is surrendered unto Him. My mind is surrendered unto Him. Prana is surrendered unto Him. Indriya surrendered unto Him. Meaning what? Meaning I don't no more hold them separately. I yoke them, each one of them, or collectively, all of them, yoke them, plug in all of them into Ishvara. We have seen last class also that when you say that mentally means chetasa. Chetasa means what? Mentally. Mentally what? Always tune yourself to the Lord. The purpose, the larger purpose of existence. Mini purpose is, of course, day to day. I also have a day to day program today, every day. After this talk, some other work, some keeps on coming. After your class, some other thing, some other work, some other. It's okay, fine. But remember him. Then when I surrender, what will happen? I receive. When I plug in everything unto him, then he flushes all the negativities in me, in the buddhi, in the mind, in the pranamaya sharira. Everything is clean. He flushes out all negativities, and then fills me with the divine light, divine grace. Every cell is for the body, mind, intellect, prana, everything is filled by his grace. Mind becomes peaceful, calm, quiet, serene. And he fills my being. I know what I've been doing. I am feeding with my ego. So ego is feeding everything now. Ego is feeding the body, the mind, the intellect. Every cell of my body is filled by my ego presence. Stuffing. This ego is like, no, this is not true. The mithya. Ego is not real. It's only abhasa, reflection. So I surrender. Then the ego is purified. Then all the negativities goes away. He fills me. Tat prasadat. Then tat prasadat Ishvara anugrahat param prakrishtam shantim param uparatim shantim sthanam. See, the prakritim param supreme peace is attained. Prasadat param shantim prakrishtam tat. The supreme peace is attained. Uparatim, withdrawal. Withdrawal means what? From this mission on which what we have mounted upon, that mission utar diya jaye. Somebody takes me off the giant wheel and on the ground, ah, peace. I suffered there. But you only went to enjoy. No, no, first round was okay. Second round is okay. Third round onwards, difficult for me. This never stops, non-stop. चक्कर आ रहा है, uncomfortable, tears, scary, horrible. So prakustam uparatim sthanam cha mama vishnoho parampadam avapsasi shashvat nityavastu nityam eternal peace you will attain. That peace which transcends everything. So you take refuge in Paramatma, Tat Prasadat, supreme by His grace, you will attain great joy. Thereafterwards, the beautiful, the work goes on. The body goes according to the Prakriti. But there is some kind of a very distance is maintained. You're freed from all the flames of fire, the fumes that comes out because of our involvement and close attachment with all this equipment. That will go away. I get liberated from all kinds of encumbrances, entanglements, compulsions. And I said, again, confusion, cocooned by all this nonsense. I feel liberated. So really, I feel, what is this? This is a peace. Work is not given up. They saw in the 18th chapter, first beginning only. Krishna never advocated to give up the work. Only the ego and the selfishness, self-centeredness, they are to be given up. So now Bhagavan Krishna concludes this jnanam akyatam. This jnanam, what Bhagavan Krishna said, as Krishna says, I am now concluding. Itite jnanam akyatam. This I will take in the next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Sadgurunath Maharaj ki Jai. Thank you all. Hari Om. Om.